Psychology on my YouTube channel, and today we will be discussing about procrastination, discipline, and what you can do if you want to better manage your time, about neuroscience of time management, what's happening in your brain and how to focus better and how to perform better if your mind is distracted or if it's difficult for you to manage your time and to maintain your focus and discipline. So today I'd like to begin with a simple question. How many times have you caught yourself saying, I don't have enough time, there is just aren't enough hours in the day, or if only I had much time, I would finally get everything done. Most of us have said these words, whether we are students, parents, business owners, doctors, athletes, executives. And interesting part is that every one of these people receives exactly the same 24 hours. So perhaps time isn't really the problem, but maybe the more interesting question is this: what your brain is doing with the time you already have? And because neuroscience suggests something that surprises many people, time management is rarely about the clocks, it's about attention, energy, motivation, emotion, prediction, habits, and values, and relationship you have with your own mind. Today, I don't want to teach you how to organize your calendar. I want us to understand that the brain I want to understand the brain that organizes the calendar, because when we understand the brain, our relationship with the time begins to change. And before we continue, I'd love to ask you something. When was the last time you delayed something that you wanted to accomplish, something important even though you truly wanted to do at that point? And write your answers in the comments. This is absolutely no judgment here and just curiosity, because chances are you are not lazy, your brain is simply doing what brains have evolved to do. And why smart people still procrastinate? Let's imagine something. Tomorrow morning you have planned to work on an important project and you have blocked 2 hours, and maybe you feel motivated, you know exactly what needs to be done, but then you quickly check your email. One message becomes five, then WhatsApp, and then social media, and you start to watch a video, and suddenly 45 minutes have disappeared. Sound familiar? Many intelligent people immediately conclude that I have no discipline, I'm just lazy, and maybe I'm not motivated enough. But neuroscience offers a completely different explanation. And your brain was never designed primarily to maximize productivity. Our brains are designed to maximize survival. And thousands of years ago, survival depended on avoiding danger. And today, our brains often treat psychological discomfort as if it was a danger. And this discomfort may look like uncertainty, perfectionism, fear of failure, or fear of criticism. So instead of starting the difficult task, the brain chooses something emotionally easier, and checking notifications, cleaning the desk, watching one more video. And these activities reduce discomfort for a few moments. And that temporary relief feels rewarding. And because the brain loves immediate rewards, the habit becomes stronger, and because each time when you repeat the same activities over and over again, they become like a habit. And this is one of foundations of procrastination. It's not laziness, it's relief. And I'd like you to pause for a moment and reflect. What do you usually do instead of the task you know you should be doing? Uh, are you starting to organize? Do you research endlessly, or do you wait until you feel ready? Try to share it in the comments, and maybe you would see that a lot of people are doing exactly the same strategies. And you may be surprised how many people reorganize themselves in your answer. So the brain loves immediate rewards, and one of the biggest challenges today is that our brains live in an environment that were never designed for every notification, every email, every short video, every like, every message. And dopamine is often misunderstood. People think dopamine equals pleasure, or actually, dopamine is more closely related to anticipation. Your brain begins chasing the possibility of reward, not necessarily the reward itself. And that's why checking your phone becomes so automatic, and your attention is constantly being pulled toward whatever promises immediate relief or novelty. Meanwhile, deep work requires something very different. It requires staying with uncertainty, staying with effort, staying with uncomfortable feelings, anxiety, or any uncomfortable thoughts. And that's why focus has become one of the rarest psychological skills in modern life. And here's something interesting: the people who appear highly productive are not necessarily better at concentrating. Many of them have simply learned how to reduce unnecessary distractions before they begin. And their environment supports their brain rather than expecting willpower to do all the work. Uh, so you don't have to eliminate, delete completely uncomfortable thoughts before taking action, because this is not the realistic goal, because we cannot delete uncomfortable thoughts, automatic thoughts or feelings. Imagine, for instance, waiting until you feel perfectly confident before giving a presentation. You might wait forever, and instead you can carry discomfort while you are moving toward what truly matters. And psychological flexibility is not about feeling comfortable, it's about continuing to act in the direction of what matters for you, even when your mind is producing fear, doubt, or uncertainty. And sometimes maybe your brain says, I'm not ready, what if I fail? Maybe tomorrow. And instead of arguing with your thoughts, you simply can notice them and take action despite these uncomfortable feelings and thoughts, and gently returning your attention to the action that matters. That small shift changes everything. Here are some practical brain strategies that you can apply, and here are some few evidence-informed strategies. First, try to reduce distractions that you have. Begin with only 5 minutes. Convince yourself to start and to do a task that you are required to do just for 5 minutes, and your brain resists starting much more than continue. Notice your avoidance. Ask yourself, what emotion am I trying not to feel right now? And this question alone can completely change your awareness and your relationship towards these thoughts and feelings, and connect tasks to your values. Don't ask, do I feel like doing this? Instead of it, ask, what kind of person do I want to become while trying to complete this task? And values create sustainable motivation. Mood rarely does. If we will just follow our mood, we can rarely complete anything. Therefore, time was never your biggest challenge. Maybe your relationship with discomfort was, maybe your attention was, maybe your habits were, and maybe today is the first day you can stop blaming yourself and start understanding your brain instead. And before we finish, I'd like to leave you with several questions. Which uncomfortable feelings cause you to procrastinate the most? Is it the fear, perfectionism, self-doubt? And what important task have you been postponing for weeks or even months? After watching this video, what is the very first small action you can take today? And who do you want to become while you will try to accomplish this task? Do you want to procrastinate again? Do you want to avoid? Do you want to distract yourself? Or you want to take steps towards being disciplined or contributing person? And I would genuinely love to read your answers. Don't forget to leave your answers in the comments, because your experiences might help someone else realize that they are not alone and anyone is experiencing these challenges. If you found today's discussion helpful, please don't forget to like this video and share it with the people who might benefit from it. And if you have any questions, don't forget to share your questions in the comments. And I don't have enough time. Maybe that really is not just more time. Maybe they simply need a better understanding of their brain. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care of your mind, and see you in the next videos again.